Okay, Wes, we worked on driver today. When you first showed up, you could see a lot of the marks were on the top, all right? Now, after we talked about this and saw it on the launch monitor and the video, we saw that the top hits that you were experiencing, the pop-ups, were because the club shaft was coming in, or the club was coming in at a steep, what we call angle of attack, meaning you were hitting down too much on it, right? These drivers are meant, because we hit up on a tee, to have a positive attack angle, right? So the ground would be level. You want to be hitting these on a positive attack, like 3 or 4 degrees up for you, all right? You were hitting 3 or 4 degrees down, so that was one thing, okay? Now, the reason you were hitting down is because when you were set up to the ball was a little too far back. We want it basically underneath your left shoulder. Most people think in terms of the inside of their left heel, because that usually is underneath their shoulder when they're setting up their golf ball. So you can see it's up. Now, what we talked about with the hula hoop, because you're hitting up, you also have to swing right to get a straight path. Plane and path are different, right? So if you're not hitting down and you are hitting up with the attack angle, the path has to shift to the right. So if you're hitting up 3 degrees, your path needs to be out 3 degrees to get a 0 straightaway flight. So I want you to feel like your hips are pushed forward a little bit, the right foot back, and you need top spin forehand going from low to high. When you first showed up, you were going high to low, and that's why your path was left, hitting down on it, hitting snap hooks or pop-ups. So now that we got that, you hit about 3 or 4 balls. Some of them actually got on the bottom of the club, which is really good because it's showing us the attack angles change. But I want you to really feel like 7 to 1 on a clock if 12 o'clock is the target. So when you're sitting here, I want you to be able to have the club swinging from inside and basically getting to the low point before you hit the ball. Then it's working upward through the ball. I don't want the low point to be past the ball and hitting down and losing your tee. So if you're keeping your tee in, you're doing better with attack angle. If you're not hitting it in the center of the face and you're hitting some squirrely curves, that's because your hands are still probably a little too active, hence you'll get toe and heel hits. So ideally we want it in the center of the club face, just a little above the equator. Hitting up, swinging out, all right? Good work.